video link to a few people, and we'll be getting started in a few minutes. Let's see here. Just getting a few things started. Alrighty. Here's open. I'll get some people in the stream in a few minutes. I guess I should probably get it set in the meantime. Just gotta wait for the car to load up here. Oh, that crazy Viper. Not Viper. Hey! Welcome to the stream, Mr. Junior. Just getting things started here. Throwing the Tomahawk up. Getting loaded in. It's almost 7 o'clock. So I'll wait one more minute and then I'll start my formalities. Make sure we got everything set. There's not really much you can set on this car, other than weight, apparently. Everything's just fine. I didn't realize I had that thing geared up to 700. Huh. Anyway, it is now 7 o'clock. So, welcome everybody to my live stream. As the title reads, you read correctly, I am going to attempt doing the Nordschleife in reverse. And I figured what better car to do in reverse because we need speed over everything else. Probably a Tomahawk X. Probably have the tallest reverse gear in the game, I figure. I didn't actually check beforehand, I'm just guessing at this point. I did a practice run earlier in this, and it's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's still painful, of course, because you gotta really... The top speed of the reverse gear in this car is only about, 100 kilometers an hour, and that's if you're full throttling it and redlining the engine the whole way. But I found that created a lot of wheel hop, and I had next to no control over the car when I was full speed around corners, even the sweepers. So, I'm going to do this at a speed of 82 kilometers an hour, or about 51 miles an hour for my American friends. And yeah, so, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so it's going to start me off in the cockpit view, of course. Oh, that's my gearbox kicked in. Alright, so, to get started here, it's not a normal lap for starters. Let's see. So first I got to do a bit of a three-point turn here. Out here. Reverse gear. And hopefully not hit the barrier. I just hit the barrier. And there we are. This is reverse. So as you can obviously tell, the other reason I picked this car is because I have such an amazing view of the back of this car that I can very clearly actually manipulate it around the track. I'm only doing about 75 or so. Like I say, my peak is about 82 or so. So if I go any further, I'm going to redline the engine, then it becomes pretty hard to control this car. But I will full throttle it, of course, when I hit the long straight. Oh, that might as well be a taste. So I can do this, when I get fast, I can hear the entire chassis shake in the background, which creates a lot of fun for me when I'm trying to steer the thing. So yeah. So this is doing the Nordschleife in reverse. There's the redlining, of course, because we're going downhill. It's actually not that hard to control it if you can adjust yourself to look at the screens instead of the road. Because when you look at the road, then you completely disorient yourself. But, come on. I actually turned down my own volume a bit earlier for this, just because the gear whine in this thing, I did not want to have that piercing my eardrums for a long time. I'm not going to say the lap time off, so I'm going to let the lap time count for itself here. But, to put in perspective, it's going to be a long drive. I probably could full throttle this a little, but then I gotta bring it right back down a little. Okay. This isn't too bad. It's when I get to the sharper bends it gets a bit harder to control the thing. Oh, on a quest, are you? Oh, that distracted me. Oh boy. Keep her tight. No. Come on. Use the screens! Dang it. Okay, that's a sand trap. Okay. Where are we? There we go. All without spinning around. Yeah, all the fast travel boards. I actually did that once before. It took me pretty well the whole day to beat them all. Maybe about 4 or 6 hours. I followed a guide for that map, for that one, so. See, I would, but then I don't go anywhere. Like, I could coast the downhill, of course, but I'd rather carry the speed, because I have to carry it up here, of course. You can see my speed dropped a little. There are some parts where I do actually off throttle a bit, such as I think it's coming right around this spot. Actually, is where I started off throttle a bit. I'm not exactly sure if the Tomahawk's arrow works backwards, if you know what I mean. In fact, it probably works against me the whole way, because it's creating a lot of drag. But yeah, so this is a nice, cozy cruise. Just driving the Nordschleife backwards. I mean, I didn't have any hope that this was going to be a fast trip, let's just say it. But yeah, for the most part of Nordschleife, you could pretty well take almost any corner at least 80 kilometers an hour, save for a few corners. The other thing I like about this setup, though, is the 3 screens, is because there are no mirrors, and the mirrors are just cameras, even if my steering wheel blocks up part of the center screen, I still have the side mirrors to look at to keep an eye on where I am on the track. So definitely proves effective when you're trying something like this. It honestly beats having to take a regular car around the Nordschleife and then crane my neck back for a good amount of time. Let's just wait the throttle a little bit. Yeah, right around here. Kept it. I'm actually doing a bit better than I did when I practiced this. I think at this point I was around 8 minutes initially, but that's because I spun out a few times and didn't know that I should probably keep my throttle modulated the whole way. I could probably full throttle it a bit here, then I gotta let off a bit so the chassis can settle itself so I don't lose grip. And plus, I mean, that just sounds annoying, let's face it. I'm gonna assume, though, just because I know from previous experience, I know that what you're seeing and what I'm seeing are kind of compressed. So, for instance, I can see the entire cockpit, plus a bit of the sides of the car. Saved it. Oh, it's on the grass again. Saved it. Like, for instance, I can see the whole cockpit, but I'm guessing the screen size for YouTube viewing is probably cut a bit, so you're probably only seeing really the top half of the wheel, if that, and obviously the windscreen. So I don't know if you guys can see all the screens I have at my disposal here, but that's just my guess. Doing about 103 to 104 kilometers an hour, so you can see the top there. Okay, this isn't too bad. Like the last time, I was just very disoriented when I tried this. Oh wait, I forgot. I thought I had another sweeper to go through. Come on. Come on. See the track in the one screen. There we go. So now we're probably up to the carousel. I'm going to slow down a bit. I'm not trying to take this. Oh, we're doing pretty good. And look at that, flawless. I managed to complete the carousel backwards in a Tomahawk X in VR. That's a achievement in my book, at least. Partly because last time I tried that in the practice run, I actually overcooked the one corner and wound up above the cement curb there on the carousel. Managed to barely keep it on track, though, to be fair. Let's see. Yeah, so, I mean, this is a bit of a peaceful drive, I guess. If you guys want to chat something, feel free to go ahead. I mean, distract me a little bit, but that's kind of the fun of this, isn't it? I think there's a straight path where I can probably full throttle a bit of this. like, that extra 20 kilometers kind of makes it feel a bit fast. It's gonna cost... Well, what's the cost factor? Oh, to get all the Forza games. I don't know. I mean, if you look through the right markets and stuff, it'd probably be fairly cheap, I guess. I think one of our friends, Frank, said he got Motorsport 2 and another game for like about 15, 10, something like that, or somewhere between 15 to 20 bucks. I remember that at least. So I'd like to think that earlier Forzas are probably pretty cheap to come by. But all in all, I'd say you're probably going to spend... Oh, the DLC's included. I'd say the better half of $100 maybe, all said and done. That's of course if you buy the DLCs, because some of them will no doubt be no longer listed, so maybe a bit less than that. I'm actually doing pretty good. At about 11 minutes and 45 seconds so far. Dang, 77 bucks for Forza Horizon 3. Oof, the DLC, man. Well, I'm kind of glad I got my Ultimate Edition when I did. I know I bought the Ultimate Edition code, well, when it was on Microsoft Store briefly. Paid about the better half of 50 bucks for all the DLC. But it's apparently a rarity whenever that one kicks in, so... Personally, I wouldn't hold my breath to wait for that code. Now here we come on the long street. I was going to full throttle redline this, of course, because I must say though, it does feel weird looking at the screens to drive and it actually corresponds to my wheel movements. That's just definitely trippy for me. But I guess it makes sense either way. Yep, this is quite the ride. And the fact I'm hitting about the 15,000 RPM rev limiter is quite impressive still with this Tomahawk. Just look at the way it revs this ride. Okay, we're coming to the sharp corners here where I actually do have to kick her down a little bit. Around here, hey, a new barn find. Nice. What'd you get? Okay, slow down a bit so we can clear that corner. Full throttle. Ah, no good. Okay. And there we have it. And there's our Tomahawk going backwards. Alrighty, so we completed a reverse lap of the Nordschleife in 14 minutes, 43.714 seconds. I have no doubt that someone's going to probably beat that. So, yeah. Let me straighten up here. But yeah. Still amazes me how much carbon fiber there's in this thing, honestly. So, that pretty well covers the reverse Nordschleife. And as you can see, because I did it in reverse, I basically got no mileage out of that. Just 0.3 kilometers for doing the UE. So. But yeah. Anyway. Anyone got any other challenges for me to try? I'm always open to challenges. I have no problem changing course in car. So. I mean, I could definitely take a whole different car around the track. I could take a lot of cars around the track, actually. I could even do a different track entirely. I guess, Bob time at Catalonia with a Porsche. Well, I guess we'll give it a try. Change the track first. Where is Catalonia? There you are. We'll do it in the morning. It always looks better in the morning, I find. Well, for visibility reasons, it does look better. For photos, it looks really nice in either of the other settings, of course. Just loading in the new track. There we go. And let's change out of our Tomahawk. Where are ya? There's the Porsche. My Harvey's Livery Porsche. And let's see, switch over to Bop. Racing hards or softs? What do you recommend? I'm trying to remember. I think I was pretty good with the hards, but I feel the softs might get a traction with. Hards? Alright, I'll leave them where they are. Alrighty. Well, we'll see what we do. And I forgot about that. Not that I know what the Bob time is that you have for Catalonia, but we're about to find out one way or another. This line of approach was from this corner. I hate this corner. I hate this corner. Come on. Why does it feel so understeer? Weird. Then again, it has been a long while since I've been hards on my race car. First lap at 1:53. I suspect your lap time is somewhere between a 1:49 to a 1:47. I suspected, right, a 147. Run this corner. I don't suspect I'm gonna knock a 147-1 off the top. I'm already at a 151 for that matter. I'm thinking my best on this track is probably gonna be a 149. If I can hit it. Maybe it's soft? I might try it soft. Give this one more go here in the hards, and then I'm probably gonna upgrade to the softs. I know there's a way I've taken that corner where I actually managed to have a pretty clean exit. Wide that time in the corner. Well, I got a 155, so let's try them in our softs. Oh, car settings. All right. Definitely feel I have a lot more grip than I did in the hards. Looks like this makes some improvements around. Drink too early. Definitely feel more good. Oh no! Oh boy! Whew. Almost lost it. I remember getting that one. I think I built that into just a nice off-road. Well, nice is relative, I guess. I just built it to an off-road car with a lot of power. Okay, I did end up swapping the Aventador V12 right there. Almost went too wide on that. Might have a 147 for this. Not the first time. I got a 47.3. Alright, I'm gonna go one more run with this. That's very darn close, though. Thank you. Keep it. Ah, 147.2. I know I can do this. Haunting me, man. was 1,000th of a second off. Ah. Might be my ticket. This could very well be my ticket. Bingo! 146.4. Alrighty. Took a few runs, but I got it. There you are. 146.430. Man, it took a good while to get. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Oh, man. That was fun. Finally be a bop time, even if I did on soft. What else should we do? Feeling something wacky, something peculiar. No, actually, I just thought just now probably wouldn't be a good idea. It'd like to be very masochistic. Like, shows me looking away, I'm getting my drink. What should I do? What should I do? Because, man, I feel... Let me find it here. Category. I feel like I just want to do something completely nuts, you know? Like, maybe something with a 49 horsepower Fiat 500. Alright, what was the starting power on these things? 16 horsepower. Do I dare attempt that? Do I really dare attempt it? Something like you're going to top it at 117, okay. Actually, yeah, you know what? I'm feeling the... I know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to switch out... car. I'm going to switch the course out. I'm going to do... Where are you? Further up. I'm going to run Tsukuba. Because I'm not that much of a masochist. I'm going to see how fast the lap time is in a 15 horsepower Fiat around freaking Tsukuba. I can hear it, but I don't see it. Oh, there he is. He's in the far back there. I just spawned him last second. Okay. Let's do this. And I got my right-hand drive gearbox. Wow, that drop, though. And he's going into fourth. Well, let's see what speed I have to take this corner at. Can he take it? Nope, he can't. It did tell me to not brake. Come on, second gear. I forgot. I may still have the spunky suspension on from the last time I drove this thing, actually. If you know what I'm talking about, in one of my previous streams, I forget which one it was, I drove a Fiat 500. This same model, actually. Come on, third gear. I drove a Fiat 500 like this, exact same one, but I jacked the suspension up to obscene levels up front. And it quite literally proved undrivable around corners at any speed. It was completely unsafe. I can center myself here. I don't think I'm centering my... No, it isn't. Okay, let's downshift into third gear here. Oh, that dropped though. There. Man, this car. Why did they add this stupid piece of crap in this game? Oh, it actually tells me to brake partway through the corner now. We'll see. I think I'm good. Yeah, see, no concerns whatsoever. Unless it means this corner. Which actually would make sense, because the first time we did completely spin out in that corner, flip ourselves, as you're about to see in the rear mirror here. About right. Come on, second gear. There we go. Stupid Italian gearbox, you know. Really gotta hunt for the gears. Now I'm actually behind my ghost. This is kind of sad. Can he take it in third? Can. He outwits his ghost. I'm surprised though, my best lap time seems to be a 2:02. I'm about to correct that on this here. Come on, third. There we go. Oh yeah, my ghost is just left in the dust. But yeah. Anyway, it's a very basic car, honestly. Like, I think up there is probably where your ashtrays are. Or ashtray in this case. Look at that, I got a 158. Now, can I actually make this corner without, like... Come on, third gear. Okay, now he probably made it, actually. There I go. Hey, we made it without flipping over. I'll probably save me a lot of time, actually, on this lap. 14.9 seconds! Okay. this thing's just a speeding bullet, you know? Oh man, I wish I actually knew how fast, like what the tach read, because there is no tachometer in this car. 16.3 seconds. I am killing it. I don't think not a single point in this lap have we even hit anywhere near 100 kilometers, actually. I think our peaks is maybe 90. That's a big maybe. Take it inside, best as you can. And look at that, a 141.2. That's our fastest lap around Tsukuba. Drop though, like the sponginess of this car, like I'm curious actually, I forgot to look. What's the upshifted nature of this car like? It's not quite as awesome. Let me actually stop here. Oh, that's so spongy. Okay, gonna go into first. Okay, it's mid lift. Second. Yeah. Like, look at that dive. What happens if I go into, let's see, what happens if I go into reverse? Oh! Oh, aren't you glad I didn't take this on the Nordschleife in reverse? Look at that, 19 kilometers an hour. I would have been clawing my eyes out, probably. Ooh! And it even stops backwards. That coasting, though. Come on. Wait, does it seriously have, like... There we go. Oh, so there's gotta be some power in here. Evidently, in those seconds, a bit of a hard gear to find. Plus 55.49. That's just as I screwed around. Okay, so, we know our best time here is a 141.2. And that's in a 15 horsepower Fiat. Now... I'm going to do the next best thing. Take another low power and 100 spec car around Tsukuba, and we're going to see how fast I can run. I'm going to take... Where are you? Yeah, there you are. I'm going to take the Honda Beat. Because it's, what, like about 40 years newer. Mid-engine also. Rear-wheel drive also. One extra gear this time, I believe. I haven't even gotten on a lap board yet, actually. That's surprising. I ran Super Sauce for that car, and we've got mediums on here. Let's switch those over to Super Sauce for consistency's sake. So this has got evidently about 45 more horsepower than the other one. And we're going to see how fast I complete the lap with the gearbox. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I already noticed off the start that the Beat definitely has a lot better steering ability, or cornering ability, I should say. Oh, come on, third. That was actually my mistake that time. I didn't have the clutch fully depressed. There we go, into fourth. Parts are perfect. I'm gonna take this in third. Come on, fourth. There we go. There we are. We're already doing over 100 kilometers an hour, so we're definitely blowing the doors off our Fiat from earlier. I think I'm gonna keep it in fourth around the bend many upshifts, it's downshifts I can't quite seem to nail on this. I'm already at 117. I'm already 30 seconds faster than the Fiat. Keep skipping that third gear though, downshift. Whoa. Thought I had third gear there. Still conked me up, you know, I got the gear. I'm surprised this car's doing about 120 some odd kilometers. It's a K car. And we did it in a 116.3. I don't need to go 2 more laps because I already know that this car obviously blows the doors off the other one. Woohoo! Ah, there we go. But yeah. Anyway. So, we know that. Evidently, that was a kind of dumb challenge, I guess, but proves the fact that a Fiat has no place in today's driving scene, unless it's for like concours or like a car show or whatever, or if it's really, really modified. But yeah, what did I get last time with these cars? Beat got a 116 here. The S660 did a 113, and the Cobra did a 121. Huh. Didn't know that. But as you can see, I don't really race on Tsukuba much. Not really one of my favorite tracks, to say the least. But let's go to a different car. Let's see, what else can we pick? I have so many cars to pick from. Got everything from my racing-inspired 2000 GT to McLaren F1 to a DB3S that I recently purchased, as you can see. What else should I try? I have so many cars. Not a lot of Vision GTs though, I don't really collect those much, unless I get them from the car draw. What to drive? SF19? Or on Tsukuba? Or you want me to be on a different track, maybe? I have my own Toyota one because I like Toyota. Oh, I actually loaded it right then and there. I've never seen that before. That's interesting. Whatever suits you. Okay. Well, in that regard, I'm definitely not driving this one on Tsukuba. I'm gonna pick a different track. Let's see. Suzuka's kind of overdone, I think. A topless, I'm not doing a topless again. Probably not Autodromo. Probably not Osaki either, actually. I think Red Bull Ring is one of the ones you actually drive in the GT League. What should we drive on? What should we drive on? Ah, good to know. Yeah, you probably should get a response, I'd assume, fairly quickly. Let's see. I'm debating between Kyoto or Mount Panorama. Those are my two that I'm thinking of. Which one should I pick? Should I pick Kyoto or should I go with Mount Panorama? Or Bathurst, as everyone else calls it. Or should I just be a real masochist for a split second? Para? Okay. At night. Hey! There's the masochism. I don't think SF19s have any lighting. This is gonna be interesting. This is legit gonna be interesting. I've never seen lights on the SF19 cars. Probably because I've never driven the night before, so this is definitely gonna be like death. I forgot you could drive panorama at night in VR, actually. I completely forgot about that. Okay, maybe not as death-defying as I thought. Let's see what happens. Okay. This already looks a bit skint. Oh, hey, there's the lighting. Oh boy, I really gotta focus on my night driving. Oh, so there's no lights on the street. Oh no! Not doing as bad as I thought I would, I'll be honest. Partly because I can faintly see the track. This looks like really disorienting though on the YouTube end of it. Lights. Headlights. Forgetting there's a bit of a light there. This is actually kind of fun. Even if I'm not talking about it, I'm trying to focus on this on the track. Oh, 152. And there's the sand trap. There's my ghost. That's just so sweet. Oh, man. That was honestly not expected. Oh, I forgot about that. Screen limits. is I'm actually catching up to my ghost. Actually ahead of my ghost. I can faintly see a shadowy figure. Which is kind of, yeah, I'm 0.5 seconds fast. Not expecting that, honestly. That was really cool. I think I've only drawn a map panorama maybe once before in VR. This is really cool, actually. Just looking around at the nighttime scenery just looks beautiful. Even if I can't really see much past my obvious engine, but that's so cool. That's awesome. Thanks for the recommendation, honestly. I forgot about Mount Panorama having nighttime, actually. But yeah, that was fun. That was genuinely fun, and that was the fastest car on the track, of course. But yeah, I was thinking of now I'm doing Twin Cure or something else. You know what? I want to do Fisherman's Ranch. But what kind of car should I drive? I'm gonna drive at noon, of course, because I can... I wondered if I was able to drive the Super Formula on dirt track. Okay. Select by regulation. Okay, so all these cars can drive on dirt track. That is surprising, actually. I never once considered the Beat to be on dirt track. Driven the Stratos, that thing's nuts. What else? Haven't driven the Nova, but I'm not feeling that crazy. Or the Mach 40. Let's see, what would make a really good rally car? Other than the obvious. Something out there, you know? Something just really whack. What should I drive? You know what? I know I'm gonna drive on Fisherman's Ranch. I'm gonna drive you. So I just gotta wait to load in the car and the track. So I'm going to drive the Skyline GTR on Fisherman's Ranch. Is this a bad idea? Possibly. Quite possibly. But we're about to find out. This will definitely be interesting. Wrong time board. Let's see. On dirt tires. Maybe I should increase the ride height just a smidge for this. What about 6-inch ride height? That should help us, and then I'll leave everything else where they're at. It's a manual too. So, yeah, let me just center myself here. There we go. And let's give this a run. Okay, not enough grip. Holy Whoa! Come on, full lock! Oh, understand. Come on, second. Proving to be a really... Whoa! That is proving to be a really, an overdrive pair of sorts. Come on, first. Upshift and downshift. Come on, second gear. What the heck's up with you? Understeer, man. Oh! Ah, crap. No, reverse. What the heck is going on with this car? Oh boy, here we go. Come on, third. Oh, I swear, this gearbox just does not want to engage. second. Why don't you want to steer for me? First gear. No, don't understand to that. And there we go, 345. Alrighty. Well, that was interesting, to say the least. I think part of the problem might have been I had the rebound and compression set still the stock settings, which is really stiff. Which is probably why the ride was so jolty and stuff. But other than that, that was actually pretty fun. Kinda enjoyed it right at the end. Oh no. What's he doing? Why is he tormenting himself in this way? Because I can. Oh, this is just, you know, an attempt. It is going so bad already. I haven't even got to the start line yet. This will definitely be interesting to see how this car reacts on stock settings, though. Like, I mean, that has to be barely doing anything. I'm surprised it kept that, actually. I thought it was going to flip. I think I should probably upshift. Or it took me 40 seconds to get to the first checkpoint. Or first timestamp. This is just cruising, man. This is barely even a rally. Let's see how the third gear keeps us here. We have to down 52nd to get up the hill. Looking more and more likely I'll need the second gear here. If second will carry us, holy crap. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. lads, how's it going? Just taking my Fiat out for a spin, you know? Come on. Come on. Come on. Can he carry the third? No, he's gonna down him second because he knows he can't carry the third without rolling. I'm actually amazed at this car's ability to keep going. Even though it's only got 15 horsepower out of it. Well, I actually hit 100 there for a split second. Just sitting back and enjoying the ride across very bumpy terrain. Also just occurred to me there's only going to be one ramp in this entire course that's actually going to feel like a jump to this car. So I just rolled over every jump so far. Is there a fifth gear? No, there's not. Surprising. Actually, it wants me to downshift to third gear for this. Dude, this did second gear. Everything's third. No, that's second. Because I just killed all the motion in third gear for that downshift. Come on! This is just bad. Almost 5 minutes into the course. I think we're soon to reach the halfway point of this course. Here we are. This may actually be a jump. Get ready, everyone. That was not even a jump. What the heck? We're on 120 though, which is actually quite impressive for this car. There we go, 552. I am not repeating that again. No way, no how am I repeating that again. That was interesting, to say the least. I seriously don't think that there's... That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. I seriously don't think there's any course, aside from maybe Tsukuba, where you could drive this thing to any realistic extent. Maybe the club courses on Maggiore and whatnot, but there are short tracks even, but there really isn't a whole lot of space for that car to drive. Well, drive reasonably in a race. I mean, pretty sure in a one-make actually it'd be pretty competitive if you did 15 horsepower Fiats. But yeah. Anyway, what else should I drive? And where should I drive it? I always pose this question. Okay, I am feeling Kyoto. I don't know which one I want, though. Maybe I'll drive Yamagiwa and Miyabi in the dawn. But we're not going to use the Fiat. Goodness, no. There's so much potential for that car to be a mean car, honestly. But what is something we could drive? What is something we could drive? I'm trying to think of what would be fun to drive around Kyoto. I can already hear that engine. Oh, what to pick? I mean, if I really wanted a Meemobile, I probably would have picked the Samba Bus. But I sold that thing because there's at least humor in the Fiat I found compared to the Samba Bus. The Samba Bus was just not my thing. What to drive? What to drive? Something exotic, something slow, something old, something new. I guess I never really did show off the update cars from last update, did I? I mean, I could, but then the problem becomes... Because, this is just for those watching, I'm actually heading out of town this coming weekend, so I won't be able to cover the new update cars, which I am sorry about. I wish I could, but my family has other plans. But, yeah, so maybe instead of covering, I guess I could cover them next week, honestly, for all that matters, but, or just cover them later in that week, because I'll be back on Friday or Saturday. Probably do it on Saturday if I'm going to stream it at all, but... what to pick? And why do I have you? I'm going to my date acquired. When did I acquire you? What to buy? I guess I could go over the, well, I kind of already went over the super formula, I guess, really. Maybe I'll do the Stratos. No. I'll do the Countach, actually. You know, I'll do the Countach on Kyoto. Why am I head over there? It should be over here. So we'll drive the Countach 25th Anniversary Edition without the wing around this track. There's still potential for power on that thing. I didn't realize that. I'll upgrade it later, I guess. But right now, just straighten myself up here. Let's try the Countach on Kyoto. Okay, so one thing you notice off the bat is it's a Lamborghini, and it's got a V12. Kind of the only thing that's really to other than the obvious fact that it's an icon of 80s pop culture. Ooh. It's got a bit of get-up. You know, for a couple hundred horsepower up it definitely moves. Made it to a 5-speed gearbox. Dogleg transmission, actually. Come on, come on. Tighter than I thought. So was that car. Hear them tires screaming. What is that? I didn't realize these blocks light up. I just never realized that. I wonder if those were in the distance. But, yeah, it's definitely fast car. Is the best handling? Well, kind of, if you got the right tires on. I'll definitely say I'm definitely not trusting this car hard, that's for sure. Of course, the other thing too is, like all 80s cars with high horsepower, they have a sense of boatiness, I find. Especially the 80s and 70s cars. Suspension is very soft, very couch-like, cushiony. So, if you've got power, you can go fast. But on the track, it's definitely an interesting story. Let's see if I can... Oh, there's third. Come on, fourth. What I mean by though a dog-leg transmission is typically in your normal manual you have your first up and to the left, your second down to the left, and your third up in the middle, fourth up, down in the middle, and fifth up to your right. Well, in a dog-leg that's kind of skipped by one, if I'm using the right phrasing. What I mean is your first gear is instead down to your left, and your second gear is up in the middle, and your third is down the middle, and your fourth is up to the right, and so on and so forth. What that means is your reverse gear then is actually your up and left. So, I will demonstrate once I'm done the lap here, of course, what I mean. But, I've never had the experience of handling a dogleg before. That's definitely an interesting transmission if you've never been. It takes a bit of adapting, but at least my guess. But they aren't commonly seen. They're usually on cars like 80s Lamborghinis and mostly Italian cars. Actually, I can't think of anything else that really ran a dog-leg gearbox. But yeah. It is quite interesting. I mean, if you've watched Grand Tour at all, you'll no doubt know that James May did a pretty good story on this car, I believe it was. Or was it Hammond? James May and Hammond, anyway, they did a comparo between the 80s Countach and the Ferrari Testarossa. And it was said, per point from their show, that when Lamborghini built this car and added all the kit to it, they didn't have a wind tunnel for all these cool vents and stuff. They literally just slapped it on and drove it really fast down the road to see how it would handle. I think I'm only gonna knock in 2 laps. So, that's that. Now for a bit of overview on the interior. As you can see, we've got luscious white leather and a bit of great dashboard, of course. This is what I mean by a dogleg gearbox, though. There's my first gear. There's second, third, fourth, and fifth. Reverse would be up here. You can see that little tab there is your lockout for reverse in this car. So you gotta remember to push that if you don't want to go in reverse. Also have your window buttons, your ashtray. There are some vents. cigarette lighter. Yeah, those would be probably your windows, those would be your door locks up front, or the vice versa there. Logos are a bit hard to tell up in the center. You have a very wide array of gauges, of course. We have our tachometer that revs out to, let me see here, about 8 grand or so, which is pretty high revving. We have our very big speedometer. We have our voltmeter. We have our, looks like oil temperature, oil pressure in the center, fuel gauge, and engine temp off to the far right. And you also see we have our adjustable mirrors, outside adjustable mirrors. So, it's definitely an interesting car to say the least. You also have a little bit of storage in the side compartment here by your leg. And I believe if I look down enough... Oh, it's not here actually. In the driver's side footwell off to the side right here, there's usually a parking brake, which must be hidden in the door. But other than that, you've got one big wiper up front, next to no visibility at the back, a little storage cubby over here, and nothing in here, of course, because this is basically your transmission tunnel right here in the center. A few speakers, of course, and that pretty well covers it. You also have a really small window opening, too, just so you know. So if you ever have enough money to buy one of these things, don't go to McDonald's with it, especially not the drive-thru. But, yeah, that's pretty well an overall rundown of the Lamborghini Countach 25th Anniversary Edition. So, yeah. Anyway. May as well move on to the next car. Going by date acquired, of course. And I believe the next car I bought... Well, it was obviously the Super Formulas, of course. I bought those. Which I've already driven one of them. They're a very good feeling car, I will say that. I'm not going to go too much in depth with them, just because they both drive very similarly. What else? Maybe I'll do the Stratos, actually. I'll drive the Stratos. So, realign myself here. And what kind of tune do I have in this thing again? Okay, I have the regular tune on it. I have the regular setup, it seems. Which is good, I think, because I think I have another sheet. Thought I had another sheet, rather, for the rally build. But seeing as I don't, that's okay. We'll just drive this car as is. Lancia Stratos. Or Stratos, however you want to call it. A rev-happy, Group B homologated rally car. Thing to know about this car is it has abhorrent snap oversteer if you're not careful, or have assists on the right. But yeah, it's got 185 horsepower at the rear through a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. So don't hear any turbos in that. And this is the default driving position. One thing you may not see actually on your screen, so I want to compensate for that. I'll look down here just a few seconds. noticed something interesting. I noticed that my feet are in a rather crooked position. And that's because that's the Italian way of driving. A lot of cars from that era, you may have even seen it when I looked around Countach, in fact, have a very interesting manner of positioning their drivers. For some weird reason, they like their seats small, probably because Italians are mostly short people anyway. And they also like their pedals really off to the side, which is very unusual for a modern day car, obviously. So if I was actually driving this thing, this would definitely be an interesting car. Italian gearbox. So I think it's a very Spartan interior if I look around a little bit. I may have seen a little bit there when I briefly looked over. So tight. Fifth gear there. That's where I drifted earlier. Yeah, it's a very Spartan interior here. You only have so many things in this car, honestly. And partly because it's a homologation special, they didn't really option these things out too heavily. Come on. There we go. I gotta head out, that's fine, man. Thank you for joining the stream anyway. I'll see you around. Anyway, as I was briefly trying to say, these were homologation specials, so they didn't really option them out with anything like the sorts of air conditioning or heating. I don't think there's even a heater in this car, actually. I don't think there's really any ventilation in this car, but not even a radio, nothing like that. So basically, here's your car, here's your horsepower, take it or leave it. And a lot of people did. The ones that bought them anyway. I forget how many were produced in the initial run, but homologation rules, I believe at the time said about 250 to 500 examples have been made of these cars. Ooh, revving up there. Beautiful four-cylinder exhaust note. There's ever one thing the Italians know how to do right is to maintain good exhaust note on high. And gearboxes are not quite the strongest suit. Come on. Third gear. No, that's first. Ah, crap it. Yeah, so, little fun fact, actually. This whole time I've been driving with recent conversion run I did in my rig. I made my gearbox right-hand drive compatible. Meaning that instead of shifting my right hand like on left-hand drive, I actually shift my left hand on right hand like on right-hand drive. And it is proving interesting, to say the least. That time around. I want to try and beat my ghost, but I know I can do this. But you may or may not have seen in the gauge pod that I can rev this engine pretty hard. Alright, keeping it going nice and tight. Yeah, she'll hit up to right around 8 grand on the headline. That's on the If you ever thought though that the MR2 was the king of snap oversteer, this is the thing that invented snap oversteer, honestly. Because these cars were, although quite fast in the rally, very deadly for drivers. And it's, well, if you know what the term, or you know what causes a snap oversteer, then you already know. But if you don't, let me explain. Snap oversteer what happens when you add a lot of power to a really small wheelbase. So let's say I want to have my car with about 250 horsepower, but I only want the distance between the front and rear axle to be about 4.5 feet long, sometimes even less than that. What that means is you've created a very small place for that power to go between the steering input and the power input. That can do, and most often it does, especially, it overloads the rear wheels, causing your rear to sneak out from you, hence the term snap oversteer. You never expect it until it happens. Unless, of course, you know that your car has snap oversteer, in which case you can kind of predict it. But if you're a new driver, oh goodness, you'll be lucky if you survive. Well, the gearing was messed up, but I still got my time anyway. Just a neutral moment, don't worry. Feels like I'm driving, but I'm not. Now let's put our parking brake in. There's no parking brake indicator on this car, obviously. So if we look down, we can see there's not a lot of distance between the floor and my feet. Or my head, even for that matter. We have our 5-speed manual gearbox, parking brake in the center, pedals are way off kilter to the right. We have a fan of sorts, at least. That's surprising. We have our headlights, we have our pop-ups, we have our dimmer switch, we have our whole wacky gauges, we have our water temp, oil pressure, oil temperature, fuel, volt, well, ampere, the amperage meter, or ammeter actually. We have our tachometer, which if we look up, it's about 8 grand. And a speedometer that goes to 250, which this car can more than capably do, if you put enough power to the rear wheels. Other than that, you don't really have much of a window in this car to roll down because, well, let's face it, the windows in this car aren't really meant to be rolled down in the first place. The design of the car does not lend itself ergonomically to have those windows even rolled down in the first place. But maybe it does, because I see a slider right here, actually. You can also see that our steering wheel is very bare bones. We have a few stalks. I actually don't know which one would be your wiper and which one would be your turn signal, but that's besides the point. You also have a horn that I can't beep. We have our 2 fan vents right up in the windscreen there. There may be some tubing underneath. A little glove box of sorts right there. That actually is fairly deep. I'm surprised about that. But as you can see, we have a bit of glass behind us, and back there would be our transverse mounted inline 4. So, all in all, it's pretty all the cars I'm going to review, actually. I'm not going to review too many of these other cars that I've got, because I'm going to be reviewing more cars, obviously, in my next VR live stream when the update hits, or after it because I'll be out of town this coming week. So I'm going to leave the stream here. Thank you all for watching. If you have been watching, I haven't seen too many comments, so... But if you like the stream, you know, give it a like, comment on it, share it, obviously, you know, if you guys want. And if you want more of this stuff, obviously subscribe to keep getting notifications on that. And, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it here, actually, so... Anyway, again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And, I will see you guys next time.